Let's say, hypothetically, you want an insight into what's going to be on your GCSE exams this year. So how would you go about making that prediction? Well, surely just using logic, it's very likely that topics that came up last year aren't going to come up again this year. So maybe you'd look at all of last year's exam papers. Well, just using last year's papers would be a terrible prediction because some topics come up every year anyway. So you definitely need to research more than 1 year's worth of papers. For the best predictions possible, obviously, you do all of the past papers. Let's look at the whole past 5 years, because did you know exam boards need to cover their entire specification within a 5-year period. So if there's something that's not come up in the last 4 years, then that should come up this year. Well, that sounded like a lot of work. For example, a triple biology paper has around 40 pages in it. 5 times 40, that's 200 pages you'd have to look through to analyse just the paper ones. 800 pages if you want to do both paper 1 and paper 2, and that's just talking a single science there. Can you imagine how long it would take you to look through 800 pages of past exams and also link the questions to the topics on the spec? Do you even know the specification well enough to do that? I'd be well impressed if you did. So 800 pages of past exams to analyse per subject, just so you can know what has come up in the past 5 years. And that was just the research bit. Now you've got to actually analyse that data and make your prediction, maybe write yourself some questions. But dude, have you got enough experience to write a decent exam question for you to revise from? And then even after writing them, have you got a bit more time so that you can format every single paper down to the finest detail, like the font of the paper, to make it look just like the real thing? No, of course you don't. There's only 12 school weeks left until the first exam, but you're in luck. Myself and my team have put in thousands of man hours to get that work done to make the best possible predictions for you. And no, we've not just done a single science, we've done biology, chemistry, physics, both triple and combined, and maths and English for both Edexcel and AQA exam boards, higher and foundation, and also even OCR exam board for maths too. Can you imagine how much work that was? Tell me about it. So if you want an insight into what's very likely to be on your exams this year, then of course you're welcome to go and do all that work yourself. But if you can't be bothered, you're welcome to go to Chris Tuition, where you can get your hands on our papers, and we're selling them as digital copies for less than £2 each. If you're feeling saucy, treat yourself to an extra 10% off as well using my discount code WELLS10. So I'll leave that thought with you. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments.